welcome. It's Monday. Another mucking fun day. Mucking fun day.
There you go.
We're brought to you by OddsJam. OddsJam is the premier odds comparison company for sports bettors worldwide. Go to oddsjam.com right now. 7-day free trial. You know what? Like this show, subscribe to this YouTube channel. We've got live chat available. Justin's with me here. Don't forget about the OddsJam Partner Program below in the description. 50% revenue share. And then, let me tell you about the picks. Me, Mike, and Tony, but I'm going to tell you, we finished last week's golf tournament at plus 3.3 units. If you tailed every single pick, that's what you would come up with. Now, you could have not tailed them all and probably made more money if you picked the ones that won. But what we're doing is, if you sign up for a 14-day free trial right now or this week, we are going to email you the Sports Nuts plays, which those could be anywhere from 5 to 8 or to 9 plays per day. Okay. Once again, you can either fade them or you can tail them. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, when they're put in there, we tell you who picked what. So if Bob's on a losing streak, maybe you want to fade Bob. Okay. You'll know because it'll say the name of the play and in parentheses the name of the capper. So I would not advise you to fade me a lot, but I did go on an 0-5 run in the NHL over the weekend. Thankfully, Vancouver pulled that out last night, and the Canucks had 2 games to 1 in that series. And that was a plus 170, buddy. What do you think of that?
Yeah, that was a good one for sure.
Oh, and I loved it. I loved it when I saw it. Mike thinks I'm nuts for taking Vancouver over Edmonton. Connor McDavid every year in the playoffs falls flat on his face. I don't care what anybody says until he wins a cup. I don't care what he does in the regular season. Gonna have to win a cup now if he wants to play with the big dogs. So you're in Vancouver, folks. By the way, Justin is in Vancouver. Game 5 in Vancouver is going to be insane, buddy, when it comes back. They still got Game 4 to play tomorrow night, but Game 5 on Thursday, it's going to be crazy. I can tell you that right now.
Oh, yeah.
Look at me.
There he is.
There he is. What's going on, boys?
Not too much, man.
Awesome.
I was robbed of a middle opportunity today, but that happened.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I think we scheduled the Nuggets funeral a little bit too soon. I think we scheduled that a little soon. Now here we are, 2-2 series. So
I still think Minnesota's going to win.
I think they will, but boy, I thought they'd bounce back after the first loss, and they didn't. And they've done that all year after getting beat in double-digit losses. They bounce back every time, and Denver whipped them again. So, here we are. And I just want to point out, after game 1, Dallas, Colorado, Dallas, OKC, Bob had pretty well just told me how wrong I was and what a fool I was, and it's amazing what has happened since Bob tried to rip me and roast me. The Mavericks have won 2 in a row, and the Stars have won 2 in a row. And now all of a sudden, Mike doesn't look so stupid, does he? Doesn't look too dumb now. Dallas, baby, huh?
I mean, are those series over yet?
No, but they weren't over after the first game either. Certainly,
I was picking the first game, but Okay.
Oh,
Get that straight.
well, you told me
I got
OKC would
both of
win
those
that.
games.
No. You
Get
have
that
them for
straight
the
right
series. Timeout. You
I
had them
got,
for the
I
series
got both.
too.
Yeah, I know. But I've
Yeah.
got both. Once again, the series isn't over. I picked right on the first games. You guys were
Okay, and the second and third game I picked right on, and you're going to be wrong on the series. So
here's what I want you two to start doing. When you come on a show, start wearing a damn cowboy hat. If you're gonna, if you're gonna bet Dallas all the time, get yourself a cowboy hat.
I will.
Okay.
A football helmet, not a cowboy hat.
That's the best I got.
That's the best he's got. Yeah. No, I definitely will. If they had both advanced, absolutely. I'll be. Actually, you should be the one wearing the cowboy hat because you're the one betting against them. So.
Actually, I didn't bet against the Mavericks. I only bet OKC the first game. I haven't bet anything else in that series. I've been betting more hockey.
Okay. So what do you think? Let's get into some bets tonight because we've got plenty of opportunities. We'll start with the NBA. Justin, let's start with you here. What are we looking at this first game, Boston, Cleveland? What are you on player prop wise? What are you on for the game in general, if you are? And let's jump into it.
Okay, yeah. I'm not actually on too much for this game. The only thing I am looking at is if Mitchell gets ruled out, which I don't know is for sure. My boy DKDFS was saying it's possible he might get ruled out today. Then I would be definitely jumping on Karis LeVert over his PRA.
Yeah.
But other than that, actually, I don't have too much on this game. I got a nice ARB on Drew Holiday, but that's about it, to be honest. But I would lean the Celtics to cover the spread tonight.
Okay. I think so too. I've seen a lot of EV ripping towards the Celtics anyway, so I would tend to agree with you there. I definitely think that the Celtics probably cover that spread tonight. I've seen some alternate lines. You can get them, even -7.5. You can find them with some pretty decent value. So, yeah, I mean, I definitely would say we're leaning towards the Celtics here tonight.
Just like that, Mitchell is out of the game. So I guess
even more, yeah.
That's why it moved so quickly.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely on that. Definitely on the Celtics.
All right, let's look at the next game. Mike's Mavericks, Justin's Mavericks against OKC, Bob's OKC. What are you guys thinking here?
I like the Mavericks tonight. I really do. I think they've been playing really well, and I think I don't think Oklahoma City has a really good answer for Doncic and Kyrie Irving in terms of deep. Well, I know Bob, you said you got the defense, but it's eventually you can't stop Luka Doncic. Eventually, you got to do something else. So
how about PJ Washington? He's really been the difference so far. 27 points, and we know how guys like that can step up at home. I expect him to continue to stay hot. Normally I would want, but the fact that the Mavs are getting role players stepping up now, PJ Washington adding 29 and 27 his last two games, that's another big option for them to go to, and they're at home tonight. He's probably going to play well again tonight. I think it'll be tough for OKC. I do think Dallas will win this game tonight as well. And certainly looking at that spread, I think the -1.5 is probably safe.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. I don't really have a feel for this game. I'm just rooting for the Thunder to tie the series up and hope we don't have another one of those yawning NBA playoff series, because I got to be honest with you. If you want to watch playoffs, go watch the NHL, because the NBA can't compete. All right, and it's a fact. Those games are boring as hell. I mean, nobody wants to drive the lane. Everyone, we got to kick it out here, skip pass here, round the horn again. Oh, now we got an open three. Let's shoot it. Oh, rim. Let's go down the other way and do the same thing. I'm getting tired of it.
Well, I mean,
honestly.
these games have not been great, especially here lately in this round. I mean, the Pacers, Knicks had a couple in New York that were okay, but the Pacers just blow them out the next two games, and yeah, I mean, we just haven't had any competitive games. I mean, that is a 2-2 series, but the games for the most part, at least the last two especially, have just not been great.
No, yeah, I feel like the Nuggets and the Timberwolves are the only series really worth watching because I feel like whoever wins that series is coming out of the West.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I tell you what, I think you missed the star power of Giannis and Embiid and their teams getting knocked out early. Sorry. If you want to have ratings, you got to get the star players going. And KD's out. I mean, all the names are gone except for a few. And I'm
we
sorry.
Still have some big names out there. I mean, you still have
Luka don't carry the weight, in my opinion, that Giannis does.
Okay. All right. Well, all right. Whatever.
I'm not a Luka fan. All right, let's get to the NHL. Let's talk about some hockey, baby. Let's go Rangers tonight. Let's win that series. Let's get rid of the Hurricanes. Although now, I don't know whether you guys knew this or not, this will be the third Rangers home game in a row against the Hurricanes where the Hurricanes are favored. Explain that to me.
Well, first of all, let's start out with this. It's going to be interesting how the Rangers bounce back, losing their first game finally. And, if Carolina can find a way, I mean, remember those first two games in New York, one of them was a double overtime game. The other, and they were both 4-3 games. They were 1-goal games. Carolina came back and almost tied that game in game one. So, I mean, Carolina here, if they could just somehow find a way to win this game, they go back home. They could really start to put some pressure on New York, having a 3-0 lead, and all of a sudden it's starting to shrink. But I think the Rangers have to close this out tonight. Why Carolina's favored? I'm not sure. I'm really not sure on that. Huh?
Three times now, and the Rangers have the better goaltender. I mean, Anderson can't hang with Shesterkin. I mean, Shesterkin finally gave up 4 goals in a playoff game. After 29 games of 3 goals or less in the playoffs, he gave up a 4th goal finally.
Well, the last game they had Anderson back in net. They didn't start him the game before that. That didn't pan out, and that was an overtime game. So remember, these two games, these two teams have had. They had back-to-back overtime games, double OT, and then just just a regular OT. It ended in the first overtime, but last games these have been 1-goal games and 2 overtime games. So expect a tight game here.
It should be. There should be a lot more 1-goal games. It's so much more of an exciting playoff sport than the NBA is. I don't know why in the hell you people aren't all over this shit. Okay.
Well, I've watched. I'm
not talking about you. I'm talking about the audience. Why would you want to watch? Why would you even want to watch OKC and Dallas play tonight? They're boring.
America likes basketball better, though.
I know. When it comes to playoffs, when the people that have never been and they actually go to a playoff game for the first time are blown away, and they're fans from then on. All right, speaking of Dallas, let's talk about Mike Stars against Bob's Avalanche. I got Avs tonight. I'm going to go with them again.
I mean, I really think the Avs. I mean, this is almost a must-win for them. Let's be honest; they don't want to go down 3-1. And they've been dominant at home this year. I can't see them losing 2 at home. So, yeah, I think the Avs do get the job done tonight. I'm definitely not going to be betting it because I like the Stars for the series, and, I don't want to go against it. So I'll stay away. But I do think that the Avalanche would be the play tonight. If you don't have any futures on the Stars or anything like that, I mean, go with the Avs tonight. Why not? I don't think they lose 2 in a row at home.
Well, I have to bet them. I have
well,
no
you can,
choice.
yeah. For you, that's fine. For me, I'm going to stay away. Yeah, we're going to go to Game 7. It's going to probably, I think, if Dallas wins tonight, it's probably over in 5. I mean, I think Colorado will be. Well, if they win tonight, it's 3-1, and they go back home. So
the funny part about all this, I think it's over in 5 in the NHL. Is a lot of times when we said that in the past, they wind up going 7 games. I mean, it's hockey, man. You just can't tell. And by the way,
we didn't see it in the first round. We didn't see it first round. We didn't see it in the first round.
How about those Canucks? The Canucks beating Edmonton again. Pound them Oilers. Just pound them into oblivion.
Oh, I wouldn't say pound. If you watch that game, you understand the Canucks were outplayed in every. I mean, just
when I look at that game, Connor McDavid doesn't come through into clutch. He's not a clutch player. Reminds me a little bit of. Oh, never mind. Better not say that.
Look, I'm going to tell you right now. This team, they cannot continue to play this style of game against Edmonton and expect to win this series. Eventually, I mean, 4 posts last night for Edmonton. I mean, no, they were lucky. They were holding on at the end. At the end of that game, they were holding on.
So what? It's a W. It's a W.
Yeah. Okay.
Connor McDavid does not come through in the playoffs.
How doesn't he? He's got his points per game average is the 3rd highest in NHL history, dude.
Doesn't
what
mean
are you talking about?
He's made 1 conference final.
So
he ain't done shit. He ain't
so
done shit.
That's not his fault.
His goals are down compared to what he scores in the regular season. Don't ask me why, but he does not play as well. Sorry, Mike.
No, I disagree.
You can have him all day long. You can have him all day long. And
okay,
I'll take,
you go look at his. You go look at his playoff. No,
I'll take JT Miller, baby. JT Miller, go Canucks, baby.
All right,
Canucks. We got a Vancouver guy.
You get outshot 40-something to 15 every game. You're not going to win, dude.
Who cares? W is a W.
All right. This thing will be tied at 2, and then Edmonton's going to.
I think it probably will be, but you know what? Game 5 at Vancouver. Justin, tell him how crazy it's going to be in Vancouver for Game 5.
Oh, there's a street, where my dad used to work in Vancouver. It's Georgia Street. Every playoff game, the street is packed with people. There's like not even an ounce of concrete available where there's not feet there. That's how crazy it is down there. And it's
right.
Got a big Titantron in the street. And there's just the whole street is just packed with people watching the game. It's closed down. Yeah, it's bonkers.
Let's not forget, Mike, about the high stick from McDavid to Hughes. That should have been a 5-minute major, which would have changed the complexion of that game. You know what we'd be looking at if that happened? We'd be looking at a 3-0 Canucks lead.
No, you're wrong. You're absolutely wrong. You don't know that changes the outcome, dude. 4 posts. I mean, you're done. There's no way you can keep playing that way, man. No way.
Mike, we got to go with this. Day in the life of Robin Gravedigger Ellis Jr. Nerfy. He wants to know if we got any Nerfies for tonight. I was wondering the same thing.
Yeah, I've got one in our DubClub picks, but outside of that, yeah, there's a couple of options.
Yeah, I got one. I really like the Royals and the Mariners nerfy today.
Yeah, I do too, but that one seemed really juiced when I looked at it last.
Oh, yeah, I think it is now. It's but I
Yeah.
was looking at minus 120. So I think that.
Yeah, I'd ride that at my. Yeah, I couldn't find it better than minus 140, 145. Yeah, by the time I looked at it, which I mean, again, it's not that it's still not. I mean, I'm not saying that's just not worth taking. You know, it's just it was one that I should have gotten on. I got on it earlier, and I would have gotten like you got a minus 120 or 115. I would have felt better. You know, I don't want to get ripped off. You know, I mean,
Yeah,
you know what I mean. I still love the play, and I mean, it's definitely worth still taking, but
yeah, it's not worth taking bumped plays for sure.
no, definitely not. Those nerfy, you definitely want to get on those nerfies earlier so you can get even the ones that are juiced. You know, if you get on them early enough, sometimes you can get decent value on them because by the time you check in the afternoon, those things are just, you know, juiced as can be.
Yeah,
It's minus 160 now.
Yeah, see, it's just continuing to get, yep. So definitely, like again, still love the play. If you've already got it, you got good value on it, so you're good there. But if you are looking for something to tail and you don't mind that juice, then yeah, I still like that one for sure.
I also was looking at
Braves Cubs. I was looking at that, but it's scary because of both teams are Yurfie machines. It seems like I was a little worried about that one. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, I was just in the same boat there. It seemed like the juice was on the under, but yeah, it's just so scary because the Braves are just floating off.
I mean, initially, I do think it looks good. I mean, there's a lot that goes into this that makes it appealing as can be. But the one thing that scares us is the two teams that are playing. It's the Braves, it's the Cubs. You never know with those two lineups, you know, those top of the orders, you know, you could get burned. So,
Right.
Yeah.
I got some business to take care of here real quick, Mike. Told you all about the picks. Here's what we got going on since we got a crowd here right now. In the description of this video, you can go and get the Golf Gurus picks. If you sign up for the Golf Gurus trial right now, we will email you every day for a week. A week is 7 days. A week, we will send you the daily Sports Nuts plays. Okay? That means that you could be getting 5 to 9 plays per day for free. Okay?
Yeah. Yep.
And the way we put them in there is we give you the name of the guy, the capper who made the pick. So if you don't want to tail Bob and you'd rather tail Mike, you know, although I highly suggest to not fade me completely, you know, you could do whatever you want. You don't want to, you know, follow Tony, whatever you want to do. Bottom line is you'll have a choice. That's how that works. You got the choice of all those picks. You can take them all or not, but you're going to get the Golf Gurus picks because this week it's the PGA Championship, the second major of the year. Okay, this is an important tournament. The live golfers are going to be there. Koepka, you know, Rahm, all those guys are going to be there along with Scotty. It's going to be a great tournament. And by the way, just to pat ourselves on the back, we just hit our 11th outright of the year. 11, folks. 11. And by the way, the top two who were in the last group, McIlroy and Schauffele, we had them either one to win. So it didn't matter who won. So there you go. That's how you do it, and that's how we're doing it week by week. Sign up now, get the free trial, and let's go.
Yeah, I saw that, ET. Yep, Mitchell out. That line has changed completely. It looks like You could get minus 11.5 or plus 11.5 on the Cavs right now on BetMGM is offering that. A lot of books offering the 12.5 line. So yeah, you're definitely seeing some big changes in that line compared to what it was. So
definitely, yeah.
I think although there's been times without Donovan Mitchell, the Cavs have played better. I mean, but it's the playoffs now. Darius Garland has stepped up at times when Mitchell's been out and had bigger games. It seems like he plays, a little bit better offensively sometimes, when Mitchell's out. But no, I can't imagine that Boston doesn't roll here. I mean, this is your opportunity, dude. Like Donovan Mitchell's, there's no you cannot lose this game and extend it, even longer. Get rid of these guys, and maybe we'll consider you being, a legit contender, But if if they keep having these slip ups, like they just did against Cleveland, a couple of games ago, or the Miami series at home, they're not gonna beat a Denver or Minnesota if they're there's no way.
Yeah, if they don't.
Robin wants to know about profitable bets, guys. Help him out. Baseball profitable bets.
Most profitable? That's a good question. I think player strikeouts are a good one. I think Nerfies are good markets.
What about first 5 inning money line?
First five's good.
Yeah.
Yep. You'll see Tony gets on a lot of those. I don't. That's one that I don't bet myself. I usually go with what Tony goes with there. But yeah, those are definitely good ones to go with. First 5 Nerfies, player strikeouts are good ones. I see a lot of people, on that market. High slop hits that market a lot. Player strikeouts. I like hitting that market, finding plays as well. And the EV page certainly will give you some, but those are probably my favorite markets for baseball.
Yeah.
Now, another exciting thing is happening this week, guys, besides the PGA, and that is the start of the WNBA season, and you better watch out.
Yeah.
There's some good games tomorrow. Although New York and Washington is probably a ho-hummer. Indiana and Connecticut, hey, that's going to be Caitlin's first professional game. The Sun at home. And, I like the Sun an awful lot. And then you've got Minnesota at Las Vegas, the 2-time defending WNBA champs. And then the Lynx and the Storm. Folks, be checking out the WNBA, and we bet WNBA a lot, don't we, boys?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You see a lot of WNBA plays show up on the EV page. Certainly excited with this group of players coming in. You've already got good players there in the WNBA. So now we got, I think a really good season ahead of us here, and I'm pumped. I don't think the Aces are getting 3 in a row, though. But
am I crazy, Justin? Just answer me this: am I crazy to say this? That I really rather watch a WNBA playoff game than an NBA playoff game.
This year, I agree. I mean, this year's it's been tough. You got to be an NBA fan to really. Yeah, I mean, there's not been a lot of great games. I get it.
Well, yeah, I get it from that standpoint. It's like right now there's the Nuggets and the Timberwolves is the only series that's super exciting, but
they're blowouts. Yeah, there's not even competitive games for the most part. I mean, it's like, geez. But yeah, no, I get it. But
well, all the sports the same. I mean,
Bob's just a hater, man. I mean, I don't get him. I really don't. I don't even know why he hates on the NBA so heavily. It's really weird to me. I don't know.
Well, he'll go all out.
Yeah, but boy, by golly, if he sure did want to tell us how the Thunder, for a guy that hates the NBA and is bored from it, he sure will give you an opinion on it.
Well, you're darn right. Yeah, I'll give you an opinion
What
on
the heck
anything.
do you know? You don't even watch the games.
Know more about water polo than you do. I can tell you that right
Well,
now.
congratulations on
Water
that. Congratulations on
Hey,
that.
you better be ready because the Olympics are coming, baby, and I'll be betting like a mother. You know I will be. I'm telling you right now. I love the Olympics. You can find some great lines on totals and stuff, man. You got to check it. Mike, you're looking at a guy who put out videos for the All-Star game in the NHL. Okay.
No, I know. I'm looking at a complete degenerate. I get it. I'm not arguing that. That's clear as clear gets. I mean,
I'm no different than Slump. Look at all his dinger parlays.
He's trying to get rich. You can't blame him there. He's trying to get rich. You're not trying to get rich. You're just trying. You're just. How much are you putting on the water polo? Are you betting big giant water polo parlays? No.
Well, no, we haven't gotten that far yet. That's a good idea, Mike. Put a water polo parlay together.
Well, you're not as bad as Trent Adida. That's for damn sure. He's way worse.
That's funny. All right, we're gonna get out of here because that's funny. I got to try that, a water polo parlay. Wow, remind me of that, Justin. We got to do that.
Yeah, I'll clip
we'll
this
put
out.
a water polo parlay together. Maybe mix it in with a table tennis match too. Whoa,
you can bet that every night at 4 a.m. if you want, buddy. I mean, it's available all night. You can bet that every day if you want. Yeah, go for it.
Just to let you know, I do have a future on the Avalanche and the Nuggets. So, see you, folks.
Okay.
Rocky Mountain High.